Silver stackers, it's been a while, but this one is big. I've just added 50 stunning 1 ounce Britannia coins and 2 huge 1 kilogram silver bars to my stack. That's over 3.6 kilograms or nearly 117 troy ounces of pure silver. And whether you're new to stacking or a seasoned collector, you're going to want to see this haul. And more importantly, hear why I've made this move right now. The silver market is sending signals, and this might just be the calm before the storm. So before I show you the silver, why silver and why now? Well, let's talk about timing. Why am I buying this much silver in 2025? Well, the global economy is kind of weird right now. We've got inflation cooling in some places, heating up in others. Central banks are still buying gold, but silver, it's a sleeper metal, underappreciated and undervalued. Industrial demand is rising, solar, electronics, EVs, silver is getting consumed faster than it's being mined. Meanwhile, premiums have started creeping back up, and that usually happens before the price reacts. So to me, silver is still one of the most asymmetric bets out there. Worst case, you're holding real money. Best case, yeah, it goes to town. So let's first of all look at the Britannia coins. Beauty with security, I'm sure you'll agree. 25, 50. So these are 1 ounce 999 fine silver Britannias from the Royal Mint. And honestly, these are one of my favorite government minted bullion coins. Not just for the classic Britannia design, which has centuries of history behind it, but because of the incredible security features. The background has a laser etched wave pattern. There's a holographic padlock that turns into a trident depending on how you tilt it, and micro test that's practically impossible to fake. And being UK legal tender, they're capital gains tax free for UK stackers. And that's a big deal when you're stacking at scale like I'm trying to do. They're just so lovely to hold. You probably noticed that I'm not actually wearing gloves. And I don't mind that because I kind of feel like there's less chance of the coins being scratched with my bare hands, which are clean, instead of the gloves which have small fibers on them, and you're more likely sort of to move them around in the glove. Whereas if you've got them in your hand, I kind of feel like you're less likely to kind of be moving them around, so you're more likely to keep the coin in good condition. And just as I say that, I have noticed, there we go, that was a little fiber on the coin there. I thought it was a mark, but it was just a little fiber. So I actually got these for a bit of a bargain. I paid £29.50 per coin for 50 coins plus £10 delivery. So I think that kind of worked out at about 1,509. If I'm wrong on that, then I'll put it on screen, the correct amount. But given what silver is going for per ounce at the moment, on the private markets, you're probably looking at about sort of £31-32. So £29.50 per coin and getting 50 coins is a pretty good deal to me. So what about these silver bars? 1 kilogram silver bars. These are serious heavy metal. These are the heavy hitters. 2 1 kilogram silver bars. Simple, pure, and surprisingly really satisfying to hold. There's something primal about lifting this much precious metal. Bars like these are great for stacking because they carry lower premiums than coins. You're getting more silver for your money, plus they do stack beautifully. The downside to these, of course, is that they are not capital gains free. They do have a little bit of toning on them. That's just natural with silver, and I don't mind a little bit of toning. I don't mind if they're not gleamingly sort of sparkling silver color. A little bit of toning means they've got a little bit of history behind them, and they sound and they look really, really good. So what do we have in total here? Well, we've got 50 1 ounce coin, that's 50 troy ounces. We've got 2 1 kilogram bars, that's I think about 64-ish troy ounces. So that might be closer to 114 troy ounces, and at the current prices, you're probably looking at about 2,400 to 2,700 worth of silver. That's in UK pounds, depending on where you sourced it. depending on what the premiums were, and depending on whether you bought them brand new, and you may well have to pay VAT, value added tax, on those. But I believe I got a decent deal on these. The 2 silver bars were, I can't remember off the top of my head. I should have done my research before I started this video. I'm gonna have to put it on screen for you, but I did get a decent deal. And no, it's not sponsored by anyone, just sharing what stacking realistically looks like in 2025. But I'm going to add these now to my other haul. I have bought some more gold recently as well, and I will be doing a short video on the recent gold purchases. I think you're going to like that one. So if you're not already, then please do subscribe, because I am stacking some serious metal these days. So you might be interested in what my play is here. Why am I doing this? Well, honestly, I'm stacking. I'm not flipping. This is a long-term move, building weight, reducing cost per ounce, and using dips to my advantage. I don't expect silver to triple overnight or even in the next few years, but if history is any guide, it will move when people least expect it. There's been a lot of talk in the press lately that the silver price has been manipulated, and some sources say that has happened for the last 15 years. So if there's going to be an investigation into that, and that's going to stop happening, then you probably would expect the silver prices to start maybe exploding a little bit. I'm diversifying. Gold is great for preserving wealth. Silver, yeah, it's for growing, especially if you think fiat currencies are going to keep losing purchasing power over time, which history says they are. This haul is part of a broader strategy: slow, steady, disciplined accumulation. I'm not trying to time the top. I'm preparing for future where having real tangible assets just makes sense. So let me know in the comments, are you guys stacking in 2025, or are you sitting this one out? I can certainly understand why a lot more people would be stacking silver instead of gold in 2025, because the gold prices, well, they've hit the roof. What's your favorite silver coin or bar? And if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe if you're into precious metal content, and stay tuned. I've got stacking updates, gold coins coming, maybe even a few little gold bars as well. And that's all coming soon. So until next time, stay sharp and keep stacking.